Hello, everyone, and welcome to BAAR Crawl episode 10, Red Skies. Last time...
I'm nothing to myself.
Last time on BAAR Crawl, the party minus Nella was transported to Evernight, the Shadowfell version of Neverwinter. They proceeded to find a bunch of undead, some red wizards wrangling the undead, and proceeded to bluff their way through a series of events that got them safely back to Neverwinter and successfully discovering the red wizard's plan.
It went really well. Honestly, we're all still kind of surprised as to how perfectly it went off.
And while this was happening, Nella and some new acquaintances dealt with some hooligan kids, a scary paladin, and a robot named Curtis.
Soon to be manservant's name, Curtis.
We'll pick up about there. Autumn, Tarbeck, Bodrude, Lady Caw have all gone about the rest of their business. They're still around, but they're kind of dispersing slowly. And Nova says that she needs to go take this information to her contact in the city, so she'll also head away from you guys.
Bye. Thanks for your help and the forgery stuff. I mean, thanks for your help on the forgery stuff. Wink wonk.
She'll say, always happy to help. And on her way. What would you guys like to do? You're in the mercantile district of Neverwinter.
We haven't reunited with Nella yet, right?
Oh, you have. You saw, because at the end of episode 9.5, Storm Tigger bounced over to Nella. And
that's right.
Yeah.
Right.
I punched Vinnie in the face.
You punched Vinnie in the face.
All right, you are so right.
He's got like a frozen steak on his eye.
That's right. Oh, I like it. Okay.
I would like to go and start getting my contacts rounded up. And by contacts, I mean small mob, maybe. And also get as much holy water as humanly possible.
Okay.
I don't know if...
because we had a big vat of bad undeads to deal with, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there's a... What is it, the well? It's
the chasm, yeah.
Chasm, right.
And I know there was a... I know Tarbex here. I don't know if that's too meta, if I can get my own character to help me. It seems like...
You want him to make holy water, right? Let's see.
I mean, because he's got Artisan's Blessing, it's conceivably something he could do.
Let's see.
I think Artisan's Blessing might be stone or metal only.
I feel like it might be stone or metal only, but let me check.
He is a priest, though, so...
I mean,
How
you
much
can
is
craft water,
Yeah.
right? H2 plus O.
It must include some metal.
I feel like that wouldn't be very... given that Dwarven Holy Water is mead, I don't know if we want to include metal in that.
But
There is a ritual...
He knows the spell ceremony because he's used it.
Mm-hmm.
And you can bless water. It's a vial at a time. And it takes an hour and has material components that cost money.
So, as much holy water as we can get in the time that we have is basically what I want. I can pay for it. I've got all that giant jewelry from earlier.
Okay.
So are we basically gonna have to like set up camp in like an inn or something while he makes all this holy water?
Yeah.
Well, we don't have to delay to like. I just want some. I'm not like. I'm getting what we can in the time we have.
So,
I don't want to delay anyone.
Okay, so you can either set up shop somewhere, get a long rest. Why not a long rest? Run some errands, get a bunch of holy water, get a bunch of other supplies, and then head out. Or you can kind of cobble together a few things from the area and head out to wherever you want to go next now.
I'm gonna go with option 1.
Yeah, how long?
I like that too. It's option 1.
Yeah, the long rest. I was just wondering though, how long do we have between? Like, do we know approximately when this invasion is taking place?
So, according to the timetable,
Very efficient.
You guys stole. It seems like the necromancer's plan would start in about 24 hours.
Oh,
Okay.
well, see? There you
We have
go.
time then. We have time. At the crack of dawn, we'll all. Sorry, yeah, go.
Plus, we like holy hand grenaded the guys that they were supposed to keep sending through, so like maybe that'll delay them a little bit also.
Yeah.
I
I think also if we use the time, since Vinnie wants to reach out to his contacts, I also have contacts via my spy network that I'm familiar with, via my sailor days. So maybe we use the time to sort of put the feelers out, get a long rest in, get this holy water generation going. Yeah, sounds good.
Okay, yeah. Okay. So, let's list what everybody wants to do. Vinnie wants to talk to his criminal contacts.
basically my family.
Storm wants to talk to his spy contacts. Someone wants to get... the party wants to get holy water.
Mm-hmm.
Anything else? Anybody else want to go talk to anybody? Go procure specific supplies?
So the information that we got, it just said that they were pretty much gathering all these undead in one like specific area, and then they were gonna just bring them on over.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. No, like other locations or anything they would possibly be bringing people in as far as those notes were concerned.
As far as those notes were concerned, it referenced that safe house and the chasm.
And Nova took that list of Neverwinter nobles and highly connected humdy-hums.
Yeah, but you guys could have quickly copied
Right.
any relevant information from it. So you still have a copy.
That, I think, goes... Okay,
Well,
NA Soryn we kind of know is on our side, vaguely speaking, so I would give it to him.
Mm-hmm.
can check in with him, certainly. Well, I think the list is helpful in that it lets us know who not to talk to, about not to spill the beans to the wrong
Mm-hmm.
being. Yeah, I mean, if we, what do we want to do? Like, head over to that well and nuke it and try and sabotage the thing. So, if we have 24 hours before they want to implement their plan, obviously, the sooner we get there, the better. But if we want to, put our contact feelers out, employ this long rest, like, do we want to say we want to be ready to head over there in like 12 hours?
That would be good.
If we can get there in like sunrise-ish, like not only would that be
never do right.
Hmm?
Let's
Ride at
in the
dawn.
morning. Right.
We're going to go for a run.
Yeah.
We're going to do it.
Get
We're gonna
some
go for
a run.
Coffee. Bring your steaks. We're gonna do this.
I mean,
None of this.
Nella's an elf, so she only gets 4 hours for a long rest because I have my trance.
Mm-hmm.
So if you want her to go do something like pick up supplies while you guys are still sleeping, I can do that, and we can be ready a little extra early.
That's great.
Yeah. Plus, if someone's on to us, that's also...
And we need, what, 8 hours for a long rest? Is that correct?
Because you guys, if presumably you don't set watches, you can get a long rest done in 6 hours.
So if we're able to be in a inn or something that we trust,
Yes.
then we can get it done in 6 hours. Okay.
Are there any Chesterfield front businesses nearby?
Yeah, you know.
Or any.
Or
I was gonna say, or any inns that like would be in contact with Storm.
there's definitely a couple inns that Storm has probably stayed at and played at in the area. You know, and Vinnie, you know, there a couple streets over, there is a wash house, like a laundromat that
A laundromat?
the Chesterfields launder lots of things in.
Exactly. And they probably, coincidentally, for no reason, probably have empty kegs I can use for the holy water. Just coincidentally, for no reason. No discernible reason.
No reason.
It's for the washing.
Yeah, exactly.
The walking sun.
Okay. And I don't know if I can construct some type of large explosive device using holy water and alchemist fire and kegs.
Well,
But if possible, I would like to construct as many of those as possible.
It's starting to become a time issue. You can do some of this
No,
stuff,
I understand. I understand.
but we're not going to be able to do all of it.
I get that. I guess they don't sell holy water by the keg.
No, it is sold by the vial. You could buy a lot of it, but it's 50 gold a vial.
You know what? Maybe just a regular alchemist's fire keg, because I think I can do that.
I have an idea. Is there a possibility of us reaching out to some church that is opposed to undeath expressly that might give us a donation?
Sure.
Donate. Or send an emissary to assist us or something.
Most of the good aligned churches do not care for undead. Kelemvor in particular, god of the dead, does not care for undead. You stay dead once you're dead unless you're resurrected. None of this animating dead nonsense.
Right.
Do we know if like the Soryns might be able to like help us, like get in good with one of these churches, kind of expedite the situation? Because then we could kill like two birds with one stone. Tell the Soryns about it, and then get us some holy water.
The Soryns are for sure important people in the community, as it were. So they probably have contacts. Plus,
Soryn's a diviner.
Mm-hmm.
So he might really be able to assist, and like once he knows what to plug into to look for, he might really helpful as far as our timing is concerned, our approach. Perhaps he might be able to help us. Do we want to go see him?
I think that would probably be the most fruitful course of action.
Do we want to go as a group, or do we want to, dare I say it, split the party and do different things?
You'll get the most done in the most amount of time by splitting the party.
Right, because I can go down by the docks and talk to my, frequent my shanties and go to the inns I've played in and try and connect with people to see if they know anything about this. If there's any sort of in and out that can help us.
Soryn, N.A. Soryn, for some reason likes me, so I can go talk to him. I don't know why, but
well, he doesn't hate all of you, and that's as much a compliment as you might get from him. And if you give Nella a slightly longer list of things to buy and sell, or buy and do, because she sleeps less as an elf, she can accomplish more while you guys take an extra couple hours to sleep.
She can read and research things while she rests.
Well, okay.
Hell, you can do this. Do you?
Regardless, Nella, I will give you. Would 250 gold in bling be enough to buy what you need to buy?
Sure. Why not?
Okay. 250. Actually, I'll make it 300 gold worth of bling.
All right.
It's these comically large, giant-sized pieces of jewelry from the cloud giants that we found.
You know, we haven't given her a shopping list yet. So she's just like, yeah,
Cool.
sure.
I got it.
Just give me one.
All right.
Fine.
So we need a lot of holy water.
Right.
That's certainly number one.
Well, so do we want to look into like connecting with Kellenbor's church?
Yeah.
Well, I don't think Ogma really cares one way or the other about undead. How does Akade feel about them?
Ogma's opposed to Vecna, though, that's for sure, right? Ogma's opposed to Vecna, though, yes?
I'm sure my character would know if he was or not, but I don't.
Vecna's no good.
Okay.
Ogma is opposed to Vecna because Vecna aims to be the god of secrets, and that's the opposite of spreading knowledge.
Yeah, what the hell, Vecna? Gosh.
But and also, Mote, your order dedicated to Akadi specifically did not care for undead. So
Yeah.
Are you an acolyte background? I can't remember.
No,
Okay.
I'm a anthropologist background.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
So I think maybe the best course of action would be to send Vinnie and Nella to the Soryns, see if they can get a connection in any of the churches or anything to get us like expedited holy water or cheaper holy water, and then Vinnie can create a better shopping list for Nella to send her off while maybe he goes and takes a nap, and then
Or makes bombs.
tomato. And then Storm can go down to the docks and do his thing, and then maybe I could take the first nap or go with Storm.
Welcome to come.
Yeah.
Might be better to do 2 and 2 so that we're not like too split.
In case we get caught unawares.
Okay.
In our unawares.
All right. Well, I mean, speaking to Soryn won't be that long. It's the church stuff that I'm a little concerned about.
Yeah, that's what Nella will be
Yeah,
for.
Nella can.
She can sleep less.
She also. Fighters. You don't need a long rest. You take a short rest. You get most of your stuff back.
Exactly.
Yeah, fine.
Exactly.
Okay. So. Let's do Vinnie and Nella first. Okay. You guys head through the Mercantile District, across the bridge, and back into the Blue Lake District, and you approach N.A. Soryn's tower and his son Alethar. Do you guys want to go in the back door? Do you want to go in the front door? How do you want to do this?
The back door was the adventurer door, right?
Yes.
Back door?
Sure.
You go back up, knock, it opens again, and you walk into his study, and he is sitting behind his desk, talking to his glowing skull assistant.
I'm not going to say anything. I'm just going to kind of slide a copy of the plans over to him on his desk and wait patiently.
He'll kind of pick them up, put on his reading glasses. Terrible. Garbage. Poorly thought out. I don't care for it. Red Wizards? arrogant morons and easy to fool. What do you guys
I know, right? Nella, anything specifically you need, or
I don't know. Do you know anybody who can get us cheap holy water? Like, on the down low?
Yeah, no. I can get you some holy water. That's no problem.
and
Church
preferably
Savra owes me some favors.
fair enough. There's also the matter of the corrupt political officials who may be working with a cabal of necromancers to potentially destroy the entire Sword Coast and conquer it. That is probably something that we need to look into, or at least have them not look into us until about Vinnie checks like a sundial or something about 18 hours from now.
Okay. He pulls out a box that's like a foot long and kind of about 5 inches deep and wide, and he opens it's got 3 compartments. He opens one of them, pulls something out, and hands it to you, Nella. And then he whispers something into the box, opens a drawer, puts something in there, closes it, opens another one of the compartments, whispers something in it, closes it, kind of puts it on his desk, and walks to his door, which he opens, kind of leans his head out, and yells, "Ow! Ow! I'm going out to kill some red wizards. I'll be back before dinner." And he says, "Fiona, guardian mode." And the little glowing skull kind of starts glowing red and raises itself above the desk, and then he gestures at the door for you guys to walk out ahead of him.
Ooh, a flame
Sweet.
skull. And then I'll walk out.
What did he hand me?
He handed you a small charm that looks like it's they're kind of golden feathers. And he says that look, we may be flying around later. It's going to get complicated. If you start falling, just wish real hard on that and it'll save you.
Cool. Goes in my pocket.
And he...
Cool. I will follow out.
Okay.
Seems like he has a plan already.
He is a level
What's his
4
name?
million wizard.
N.A. Soryn.
That-
Nate
Oh,
Senior.
that's Soryn.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Nathaniel.
Mm-hmm. Mote and Storm. You guys head down to the docks, and who do you look for, Storm?
There's this group of spice merchants that would always seem to have more than just spice to purvey, and a lot of information. They knew, what was going on and who to talk to, and I just want to sort of check in with them relative to this list that we had, to just ask about these people, to fill out my own knowledge of whatever sort of Neverwinter, socialite, politico, just the people. So just tap into my network, find my guy in the room, basically go to places I've played, places I've hung out, and, I got Mote as my back so I don't get, skinned. So basically...
There's more than one way.
There are, yes. That's been explained to me several times.
Your mother always said.
Oh, she always said, "Watch out, young Stormy."
Okay.
So yeah.
Yeah. You approach one of these spice merchants, and it's another Tabaxi, and he says, "Storm, wonderful to see you. If you have coin, Red has information."
Storm doffs his cap and sort of inclines his head, puts his cap back on. He says, "Red, This is my associate, Mote.
Pleasure.
And he sort of does the whole spin the coin like in front of the guy, so for him to catch, to sort of get our way in. And are we a place where we can sit, or just in the bar? Or?
He can kind of you're at a place where you can for sure kind of sit, and it's kind of open stall markets where this guy is set up, but he kind of very quickly points to one of his underlings who takes the stall, and you guys walk into the back part of a tavern that you've played in a couple times, and kind of get a quiet booth towards the back of it. But what would you like to know?
Well, so I've got this list. This is you and I talking, Andy. I've got this list to which I can refer. I don't know what these names are off the top of my head, but I want to sort of just drop, what's, first of all, it's like, what's the skinny? What's up, Fred? Generally, what's going on? What's the buzz? Tell me what's happening. And, just to get the, what's something I should know about? I've been away for a little bit, and I'm back, and I know you've got the info, so...
He will kind of tell you a couple, generic fantasy rumors. It's, so the adventurers of so-and-so have shown up again, and kind of stuff that you're like, that's not interesting. But he mentions that recently there's been a rash of really, really shitty pickpockets in town. Like, uh-oh. Is it just me? Hold on a second.
Everything's fine. Everything's fine.
That was weird. Okay.
It's because I slipped Red some catnip on the sly.
Yeah.
I was like, and suddenly we had like flashback to when we first met at some crazy party 5 years ago. And this is a little something special for you to, keep your memory flowing. To let you know how much I appreciate our special relationship.
Yes. Kind of.
And we could trust the food and drink here, right?
Yeah.
Okay, Mote, would you like anything?
I'll take some water.
Okay. Bartender kind of comes up, sees the big lady order a glass of water, and she kind of, no tip on a glass of water. Can you?
Do you have any milk?
Yeah, I mean, yes. Pig milk.
I asked the bartender what she likes to drink.
She says they have a nice cider.
I said, please buy one for yourself. Red, whatever you would like. Mote, you want some milk?
Yes, please.
I would like some too, in a saucer, please.
Okay. Walk back behind the bar.
Mm-hmm.
But Red will say, I don't know how much of that got cut off, but he'll say there's been a rash of shitty pickpockets, and the orphanages are just full of these kids who the city guard doesn't know what to do with now. What else? That an enclave of merchants from the east have shown up and started to just undersell everyone else. They say they are from Thay, rather. Yeah. They claim to be from Thay, although no association with red wizards.
Right.
So, speaking of Thay, that's curious you bring that up. What's the word on the coast? I mean, what's the word from abroad regarding the red wizzies?
He'll say, well, they usually have caravans that go up and down the coast. Can't be trusted. Shady company, all of them. And says, we don't see red wizards themselves very often. Zaz Tam has been known to make an appearance. His special lady friend perhaps has been seen. I don't think recently, though. And he'll kind of look at you, and he's kind of been like every couple of seconds, or like every 30 seconds, he kind of takes out the little packet of catnip and he kind of like smells it, and he's like, "No, this is the good stuff," and he's kind of putting it back in his pocket. He's kind of like, "No, this is." But he's like, "Why do you ask?"
Well, you know me. I'm very interested in history and stories and lore, and I heard a rumor, some perhaps, I'll just come out and say that possible military activity or unusual naval activity on the coast, from the Thayan area. So, I don't know if you can corroborate this. It's really more, you know how I get so fixated on a topic and I just have to unknot it, and it's just something I don't know about, and I was away and I couldn't find, and I knew I could count on you to set the record.
He'll say, Luskin has been more active lately, sending their pirate ships down.
Mm-hmm.
They disavow all knowledge, of course, but we know. But Thayan vessels, I do not think so. I saw an airship the other day. That was very impressive. Thayan.
An airship?
An airship, yes.
Thayan airship?
No. Two separate thoughts, sorry. But I do not think they would not be so foolish as to risk open war on the Sword Coast. I'm right? Do you know something?
Well, so I know you are my contact here, and I know that we do trust one another. So I will say, and I speak this in Tabaxi, yes, I know something. Thayans are planning an undead invasion in the next 24 hours, and my party is a group that's mobilized to quell this. And I'm looking for corroboration if there's going to be another prong to this assault that's perhaps less magical and more mundane. And I'm wondering if you have any information on this subject. And then I sort of yawn and smile, and I turn to Mote and I say, or, to put in common, an old friend such as this is long treasured. And I smile. And then I wink at her to let her know that that's not at all what I meant, but in case anyone was listening. Mote
was like trying to be like, slow down so I can like understand what you're saying.
Right.
Like trying to take notes on the language.
Right. Oh, I'll teach you. Don't worry. There'll be time, I'm sure.
He'll kind of turn and like clap to try and get someone's attention, and two halflings will kind of come up from the back and, what's up, boss? And he'll kind of tell them, I need you to go just go rough up that Thayan caravan, please. Thank you. See what you can find out.
Somewhere, Vinnie feels like he's missing out on fun.
Two kind of halfling thugs will stomp their way out of the bar.
I love
And
these.
just imagine that they're like really, really buff. Like
yep.
Totally. You know what I imagined was those. I don't know if you ever saw in the Tom and Jerry cartoons. There were these like thugs, sort of like
oh, yes.
wear these bowler hats and had like turtleneck sweaters that were like they were so tight and they were totally ripped up the top. And they walked and they would like dying.
Yeah,
like
they're so big they can't.
That's
really,
how I imagine these little tough guys to
Yeah.
be like.
can't really walk right.
Right. They're too ripped to
Yeah.
to use their bodies normally.
So
Great.
Man, the halfling steroid epidemic is out of control.
it's a real problem in the community. It's
Terrible.
terrible.
Stunts their growth.
Right. They're only like 3 inches tall instead, but they're ripped.
They act as hell. Okay.
Yeah.
But he'll kind of say, that's... Perhaps if you come back in the morning, I can tell you a little more. But that's all I know for now. Do you have any suspects, perhaps?
Yes. I have a list. I have a list of people very connected here that are compromised. Yes. Compromised. So I can provide you with that information if you need it, but I might not be safe to have at this point in time. It's your call. Again, this isn't Tabaxi.
He'll say, well, if we're all in danger, a little more can't hurt. Are there any names in particular you'd like me to look into or that I should look out for?
So, Andy, given my cursory, whatever, my knowledge of Neverwinter and the who's who on this list, are there names that I would recommend him? Let be like, okay, like,
Valen Neverember was a name that I wrote down.
Right,
Valen Neverember is presumably a nephew or, distant cousin of the Lord of Neverwinter. So that guy, the captain of the guard, Jala Sinvin, is on the list. And you would recognize a couple, like, Merchants Guild kind of, not necessarily higher-ups, but, they're like union bosses, kind of.
Right. Okay. Well, yeah. I say yeah. These guys.
Okay.
And we have a strange written language, we Tabaxi. It looks like a bunch of scratches, but it really. So I transcribe sort of the names from memory.
Okay.
Do I need to make an intelligence check to remember this accurately, or
No, you can, because you've seen the list recently enough that
right.
you kind of, and they're big enough figures that you don't really forget them.
Right. So yeah, I slide it to him and try and incorporate some sort of code as well in Tabaxi that perhaps I have employed to sort of throw it off a little bit. But again, it's just, and maybe it's oblique names, maybe Tabaxi-esque names for these people, like what we would have refer to them as, perhaps. So and what's the vibe in the place? We're in a back room, right?
Yeah, pretty much. It's, you guys have been served your milk, and Red got a cider. But yeah, it seems like this is his office. It's pretty secure.
Okay, good. Mote, is there anything you'd like to do?
I had some questions for your friend really quick.
Sure.
So he said that some merchants from Thay were undercutting everyone. What were they undercutting everyone on? Like what kind of items were they trying to procure?
Magical weapons. various other magical goods, low-end amulets of protection, that sort of thing. Really.
And this wasn't raising any alarms with anyone?
Well, I'm sure the Zentarum aren't happy about it, but it's... They're selling them. People are buying them. They're getting a deal. They're happy about it. They do this from time to time. Scumbags. It's...
And then you had mentioned an airship also?
Yes.
Where was it from?
Well, I presume Waterdeep. They have that sort of thing. It flew past Neverwinter towards the spine of the World Mountains.
Was it flying any flags of note or sigils?
I don't believe so.
Just take a sip of my milk. Both hands for safety.
We have a beat.
Delicious.
Yeah, I mean, it feels like it's kind of a sober, intense kind of discussion that we're having a little bit. Pulling him in, and I feel like I'm including Red because I respect him and we have that kind of relationship. So I want him to have his best shot at getting through this situation, because I think, and I say to him, I think it goes beyond saying, and this is in Tabaxi again, that this could really go any way in the next 24 hours. We do have the jump on the situation, but if our team doesn't make it, just watch your back and keep your pride safe and happy.
And he will say, kind of in Tabaxi, keep your clan safe.
Okay. And do this sort of cat head together thing.
Yep.
Mental high five.
Cat high five.
Right. So good. Well then, we can hang out and just sort of have some milk.
Okay.
Throw back a few milks and before we head back.
Fun Forms Day.
And
Let's
see
go.
what's up. Right.
Round of milks for everyone.
Yeah. Everyone.
Okay.
Some shots of some half and half here too, please. Heavy
that.
cream.
Yeah, I need the strong shit. Heavy cream. Let's go.
You got anything that's curdled already? I'm prepared to go.
That's cheese.
Yogurt, a nice yogurt.
Cottage cheese.
Cottage cheese. Oh my god.
Okay. Nella and Vinnie.
We just drank straight whiskey.
You two are the total different hardcore.
You have been following N.A. Soryn kind of stomping through Neverwinter. As he passes, a couple shops quickly close.
I like this guy.
And he kind of rounds a corner and heads into a fairly small-looking temple. And he just starts, snapping at someone.
Oh, God.
And points at them and says, "Holy water now." And they kind of look at him like, "Who are you?" And you see a kind of older, dark-skinned man with kind of a shaved head, peek his head around the corner. And he just yells at the acolyte, "Well, get the man some holy water." And you guys get 4 kegs of holy water from this temple.
Vinny gets this massive grin on his face, like the one I'm doing right now. Yeah, no, these are going to be weaponized shortly. in the name of what temple is this?
Savros.
In the name of Savros, we're going to weaponize these quite effectively.
Do be proud, Vincent. Let's go.
All right.
Stomp out.
Vincent will carry the kegs if he Actually, I guess will they fit in the bag of holding?
You're gonna have
Whatever.
to stretch it, but yeah, you can.
He's
shove
strong.
The 4 of them in. And they're kind of not like. Yeah, they're kegs,
They're like
so they're
smallish
around.
kegs, I would imagine.
It's hard to. They're smallish. They fit.
Yeah.
They're not like full barrels. So yeah, they're kegs.
Yeah, I got it.
Okay.
You don't drink that, Charles Jr. I say to the little dragon head in my bag.
Flops. It's not alive yet. What would you guys like to do after you get the holy water?
All right. I need to go to my workshop.
Okay.
Or something.
So yeah, Vinnie can go to his workshop, kind of head out to, your nearest Chesterfield safe house / workshop. And
laundromat.
NA will kind of look at you, Nella, and it's like, now what? I mean,
I'm gonna run back to Nella and I'm gonna give her a list of bomb making materials and tell her where to deliver them to.
Okay.
Okay.
Sure. We gotta go buy shit.
Oh. Yeah, that sounds good. Kind of.
Buy stuff with
Nella and me.
Very few words are exchanged, I feel.
Yeah, it's probably going to be...
But it's the way that both of them prefer it. Yeah. So they're becoming like best friends.
You're very good at not talking, and I appreciate that in a person. You get a lot done with a look. It's impressive.
I know. I'm pretty awesome.
And yeah, he can show you to the right shops. Some of them he kind of stands across the street and points at. Doesn't seem to go near because maybe he's yelled at that shop owner too many times. He won't get a good price. And yeah, you can pick up all of Vinnie's necessary supplies. It takes you about an hour and costs 300 gold.
That's as much as I gave her.
And then, you know what? Hold on. It costs 250 gold.
Oh.
So you have 50 gold left. What would you like to do with kind of your couple hours of free time?
I mean, Nella would probably just go try to spend the extra 50 gold on, like, random shit.
Any particular brand of random shit? Or just, like, are you going to come back with, like, 50 things from the dollar store?
She'll probably go buy, like, arrows, like, extra arrows, just in case. And then, yeah, she'll probably go find, like, little odds and ends, like, tchotchkes, like, a scarf, or just, like, random shit, so she doesn't have to give Vinnie back any extra money.
Nella shows back with, like, those big sunglasses and, like, a babushka on, and just, there was no change, and just walks away.
While Nella's shopping, Storm is sitting in the booth with Mote and Red, and he's got his lute out, and he's, like, composing this song. He starts playing it impromptu, and it's sort of juxtaposed with the shopping montage that's happening.
Okay.
I'm underscoring, even I don't know this is happening, but I'm underscoring her shopping.
Yeah. And then occasionally it cuts to Vinnie, like, messing around with this, like, bomb.
It's just
Vinnie's in the waiting room, sitting there, like, ugh.
Goggles on.
Yeah. It's got, like, welding
Mote just two-handing her milk.
Right.
Vinnie, make a... Oh, boy. Alchemist tools check. That's what we had you to make the bomb with.
Yeah.
Time, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if I can get help from, like, my family of also violent alchemists, but...
What's your plus?
Okay, it's plus 10, so maybe I'm pushing it a little bit.
Okay. You have to roll the first one. And then...
That's a 12. Oh, dear.
Okay. Well... Kind of... And you think you kind of maybe evaporated half that keg of holy water.
Wouldn't be the first time.
But now that you and your apprentices and buddies have kind of gotten a look at it, making another check with advantage.
Okay. That's much better. That's a 22.
Okay. So, trial and error, the scientific method. You make 3 of these kegs into some manner of... do you want to make them into like the gas grenades that you made last time, or do you want to make them more explodey?
More explodey, I feel, would still get a lot of zombies, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Much than the vial.
Yeah, I figured.
Okay.
So I will make 2 gassy, or 2 explodey and 1 gassy.
Okay. And then you have enough holy water left from the first keg that you can fill up a vial of it. So you have just an extra vial.
Okay.
And that you... Okay.
I'm good at throwing bottles. I also have thunderstones, so maybe I can impromptu or something.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And I would like to let my compatriots know that there's some zombies about and they need to be exploded. And I'm going to politely ask my family if they would like to go on a little outing tomorrow morning.
They'll kind of look at you and just nod. Yeah.
All right. Come on, Grandma, let's go kill some zombies.
You got it. Isn't Grandma doing 5 to 10 for something?
No, that's his mom.
Oh,
Grandma's
okay.
fine.
Sorry.
Grandma's long retired. Except for this one job, apparently.
I bet Gran is the puppet mistress behind the whole operation.
You know what? That actually makes a lot of sense when you think about it.
Does anyone else want to do anything pre-nap?
Before when Storm and I are sitting chilling in the booth, can I like put out my portal feelers and just see if there are any other portals hanging out in this part of town, maybe?
Sure. How far is it? 1,000 feet? You're not sensing anything now.
Okay. Just wanted to check. And I think I still have 1 spell slot left before we sleep. So if I could also primeval awareness kind of at the same time to try and see if there are any undead also within a mile of me. Or 6 miles, because they're my favorite kind of terrain. Or no, that's in favored terrain, sorry. 1 mile of me.
Okay. And your favorite terrain are mountains?
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
Isn't a big volcano a mountain?
I mean, there are mountains near Neverwinter.
One could make an argument.
Yeah, maybe you get 3 miles. Let's see.
Yeah.
You are sensing a large amount of undead about a mile south of you.
And is that where we think the chasm is?
Yes.
Okay, but not anywhere else other than that.
Kind of a couple pings, other places where you're just like, well, but they don't necessarily. Those are harder to get a bearing on because they're just like ping. You're like, maybe a vampire lives over there. I don't know.
Maybe like a haunted house or something.
Kind of. But the biggest focus is in the chasm that was mentioned in the plans.
Okay, cool. Just wanted to check. All right.
Do you get an idea of how many, or just that they're near with that power?
With primeval awareness, I can sense the type, but it doesn't reveal the number.
Okay. But, okay, yeah. Undead, for sure.
Yep. Okay, cool.
Great. So, Mo, do you want to remain for a while, or do you want to go head back to the...
I'm full of milk now. I'm ready for some sleep.
Me too. Boy, I think I might have had a little too much.
I'll help you back, my friend.
Thank you. Feeling a little,
Kind of.
Lactose intolerant.
a little bit. A little lactoid. Lactose. I overtoast, I think.
He's lactosted.
I'm lactosted. Totally lactosted. Plus, I had some of that catnip with Red. And...
Yeah. And as soon as you get up, he's kind of taking more out of his bag, and
Right.
he's going to have a party.
He is. Well,
Chase some dancing lights.
He's my right. Well, I can do that with my sword too. I'm like, I leave a light show behind as we go out.
Okay. Cool. You guys all reunite. I don't know if you want to stay at an inn, at NA's Tower, at the Chesterfield Safe House, but all are options.
Chesterfield Safe House sounds like it'd be very interesting excursion, but I feel like I might need to be careful my eyes don't get removed or something if I see the wrong thing. So I don't know, but then there's also Soryn's place.
I'm sure he wouldn't mind us all bunking up in his place for the night.
Plus, who knows what? But that could also be.
I'm gonna kind of
he's
look.
Fun. So who knows? Is he off?
He's a diviner,
Soryn?
so he'll be able to see danger coming. So
Yeah, he says, yeah, do you not have, a place to stay?
I mean, I do.
oh, thanks
Yeah,
for offering.
Oh, boy. Oh, honey. Yeah, you know what? I think Al's got some extra rooms. I don't think any of the grandkids are home. Come on. Kind of. Stomp, 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 stomp.
Vinnie will try and be as nonchalant with his bag of bombs as possible. You think you hear a ticking noise at some point?
They're in their bag of holding, right?
Yeah. Don't worry. It's fine.
Don't trip. I'm playing on my lute, and, a little too much. I shouldn't have mixed the heavy cream with the. I'm just
With the regular cream.
Yeah,
Heavy cream before half and half.
always. You go thicker. You don't go.
Yeah.
It's like
You gotta.
I mix.
Yeah,
Any-
come on. Half and half before heavy cream. You're living the dream.
There you go. That's what I was trying to get.
Vincent, are you interested in becoming a bard?
Probably not a good idea.
Okay.
I imagine Vinny's version of being a bard is stomp.
Totally.
It's all garbage can drums and stomp dancing.
Like explosions for the rhythm section.
It's pyrotechnics.
Yeah. It's oh my God.
Like Tom Waits rhythm section kind of thing.
All right.
We'll work on something. We'll work it out. It'll be good.
You guys
Okay, buddy.
get back to the tower. He kind of slams open the door. You see Alithar Soryn, who you guys have kind of briefly interacted with, and he was on Goat Ball tonight. He's kind of wearing like wizard robes with like an apron and like a chef's hat, and he's got like a frying pan. He's just kind of like, "What? I thought you said you were going out. You said you'd be home for dinner. It's 8:30. You know what? I guess we have company. I'll make more." Kind of
Allow me, my friend.
Go back to
I am
cooking.
quite gifted in cooking.
I'll take some help.
All right, and I would like to aid another.
Yeah, it's
I want to help him cook.
you can.
I
help
like
him cook.
cooking.
There is a half-elf bard who you guys have seen before. He played the Goat Ball Championship halftime show. He kind of shows up and he kind of looks at you guys like, "What?" And he sits down at the table, and
I have a question.
Sure.
Nella, while you were out, did you get any Goat Ball trading cards?
Of course.
Obviously.
Most
More-
of the 50 gold went to...
More to the point, were you? Did people spot you? Were they like, "Oh my god, it's," you know?
Was she like signing autographs?
Yeah. At the trading card store, they just didn't even let her out.
Exactly.
That's why it took so long to get back.
And
This is all.
you'd say like a young teenage half-elf girl, kind of with big brown curly hair, wearing, you would say, wizard robes, kind of comes up and sits at the table as well. And
Are these apprentices?
Alithar will say they are his children.
Oh, okay.
Uh,
Family business.
I'm very proud of all of them. Talented adventurers.
Fantastic. Thank you very much for your hospitality, sir. And may I provide some musical entertainment? I promise it won't be too obtrusive.
The guy who played the halftime show kind of glares at you, and
And I smile, and I bare my little teeth.
yeah, Alithar will say, "Oh, that'd be wonderful. That sounds very nice. Always nice for a change of pace."
Great. So I'll just play and, just keep it chill. But I'll look at the half elf occasionally and smile. I'll purr, like sort of in time to like my rhythm section is my purr. In absence of Vinnie's pyrotechnics.
He kind of glare at you and say, "I can't do that. Damn it."
I will at some point directly address the headmaster and I privately and say, look, I've matured a lot since high school. Mage school, and I just wanted to say that I apologize for my behavior, so to speak.
That's very mature of you, Vincent.
I've done a lot of growing in the past couple weeks.
My father seems to have a respect for you, and I suppose I can see you've grown focus in your time away. That's good.
I kind of look at the rest of the party and I go, yeah. And then I'm going to go back to cooking.
Okay.
Having a moment.
You guys have a very nice dinner prepared by Alithar and Vinnie. N.A. says, like, no words. And, like, dinner is not over, and he kind of just takes his plate, puts it on top of Alithar's, even though Alithar's still eating, and just walks away. He does that.
I imagine that Mote and Nella are like off in the corner with jeepers and like looking at Nella's trading cards and playing around with jeepers.
When the teenage wizard sees you have a cute animal, she is just oh my god. And she'll kind of run over and ask if she can touch it and play with it. And, like, not, like, take it from you, but, like, she wants to be involved.
Oh.
You can, but you have to be gentle, just behind the head here so she doesn't nip at you.
And she says, wait. She kind of runs away. She comes back and she has a blue jay on her arm. And blue jays are...
Also birds.
Probably be good to keep away from that.
Oh.
Because I think, what was it? Griffins are kind of, meat eaters.
They'll eat things.
Yeah.
Storm's watching the Blue Jay too. He's just like, suddenly he stops playing. He's just like,
Oh no.
Go back to her room and put him away.
Alrighty then.
But she will come back and want to play and look at your trading cards. And is very impressed that you guys are celebrities. She asks if you guys have your banner up at Thank Torms. It's Torms Day. It's her favorite restaurant.
Of course. We have like 5 banners up there, I heard.
What?
Mote has absolutely no idea what I think Storm's Day is.
She's like fangirling real hard right now.
I don't know if they got any Vinnie Chesterfield trading cards, but if we have one, I'll sign it and give it to her.
It's like a trading card, but it's like you. It looks like it's your hand like pushing away a camera, essentially.
I love it.
Perfect.
But yeah, NA has no sign of coming down, so Alethar shows you to your rooms. There are 2 of them, so you guys will have to pair up, but yeah. Anything else before the evening is over?
Before we go to bed, Nella's gonna pull out a few gifts she might have brought for the party with her 50 gold.
Okay.
But it's like, so for Mote, she got her little stuffed bird, but it's like has like stuffing coming out of it because Nella probably only spent like a gold on the gifts, like in total.
Oh, total.
And 49 on shoes or something.
They're really thoughtful, but really crappy gifts.
Yeah, so Mote has a little stuffed bird, and Storm got a little penny whistle.
Oh,
and
great.
then Vinnie has a I love Neverwinter mug with like a chip in it.
It's just what I wanted. And then he pours a little whiskey into the mug and drinks it.
Storm, puts his gives you the mental high five and puts his head to yours and says, "Thank you, Nella." And he strings it carefully and puts it around his neck so that he can whenever,
Yeah.
And he purrs as he thanks you.
Yeah, and Nella will say, I never really had people I liked being around for a very long period of time, but I like you guys.
And
I don't mind spending time with you.
Mote will just gather everyone up in her big arms into a big group hug. With Nella kind of like squished in the middle.
right.
It's very sweet, everyone. It's
Storm's
great.
squished in there too, and he's like the cat is like there for a minute and likes it, but then starts to get like squirmy.
Yeah.
But
I imagine between Mote and Vinnie, it's not the most comfortable position.
yeah, big guys, and we're like.
And Mote's hugging
more like
a little bit too hard.
Right.
But it's very sweet. It's very sweet.
Oh, it's wonderful. I mean, it lasts a while, but eventually, I guess.
Yeah. That's the limited edition trading card. That's the photo that goes on that.
Anything else before bed?
No. I'm gonna, give myself a little bath. Get myself ready. Turn around in my bed a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Do the whole thing. Get the bed ready.
Mm-hmm.
Lay down. Tongue out.
Vinnie, who I assume is sharing a room with him, just kind of watches confused.
Eventually, he's gonna try it though.
I was gonna say he wonders if he should be doing it also.
Right.
What we do?
Gotta check your bed for snakes. It's important.
Nella and Mote, anything before bed?
Mote will absolutely cuddle with little bird plush for when she's sleeping.
Squeezing all the stuffing out of it. Okay, cool. In the morning, like old person early, you hear a banging on your door.
Oh, it's Soryn.
Was Nella up before this? Or...
Nella was up before this, yeah.
Vinnie will kind of go to the door, holding his hat, like he's probably just in his underwear and a hat, and that's it, and just be like, "What?"
Storm jumped at the sound of the thing and is like on the ceiling, just like hanging on the ceiling, looking down.
What is it?
Furs off.
Come on. Don't we have red wizards to hunt?
Right. And then Vinny's gonna just get on a bunch of, like, it looks really haphazard. He's kind of like hopping and getting on his armor as he's walking, and he runs back because he forgot something.
I imagine Mote had already been up and doing her morning rituals to like burn incense into the morning wind and everything.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Well, your polite meditation is interrupted by a cantankerous old man who wants to go fuck up some red wizards in his own words.
She'll just kind of like side-eye the door and then continue her prayers. And then eventually get up.
Storm will know that, that's not going to fly. He has a sense of the morning routine and wants to preserve that. So he'll sort of climb down from the ceiling through the doorway and sort of present himself to the wizard and say, "Well, come, sir. Is there coffee in this establishment?"
Oh, yeah. Oh, man.
And he leads, sort of steers the wizard away from the door to let finish their morning.
I think we have Sanka. Is that okay?
Ooh. And Storm sort of looks sick for a second. He's like, water?
I have water. Tea? We have tea.
Tea, yes, tea.
Does Vinny have anything caffeinated in his alchemist satchel?
You probably have like chocolate-covered espresso beans or something.
Vinny will like give a few of those to Storm.
Your go pills.
Crunch,
Trucker speed.
I mean, I'm like kibble,
Vinny will kind of look at the if he hears a mention of coffee, he'll be like, "I don't drink Americano." Sorry.
The Water Depot, isn't it?
He'll take out just a tiny cup of espresso from his bag of holding, already hot somehow.
Okay. So in the morning, NA kind of gets you all tea, pours himself like a big thermos of Sanka. And he kind of waits outside for you guys. Like, let's go. Ugh.
All right.
So I make some of my catnip tea.
Okay.
Taking it with me.
Vinnie will make sure he has all his bits and bombs and baubles before he heads out.
So
Wallet,
here's
keys, phone, holy water bomb.
Yep.
Is there a plan that we've worked out with Soryn, or is he kind of are we in his wake?
No, he's actually kind of, he will follow your lead, but he just wants to like
Get going.
But no, he will help you in whatever way he can. He can divine for you guys. He can be your artillery. But he is maybe he's been retired too long. He's excited.
All right.
Okay. Well, I have a question. Is he able to sort of use his divining powers to sense of maybe who's ahead of us?
Yeah, let's see.
Detect thoughtsy kind of way. And I also had the notion: do we want to go in disguise again?
I don't think we need to.
Do you want to be more blatant?
Given that this plan involves explosives, I think we can stealth until we get there. But like, part of me feels once we kind of set the bombs off, it's gonna.
Mm-hmm.
We gotta go.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Once we do.
It's very hard to do both stealth and deal with a massive swarm of enemies.
Right. All I'm saying is we don't know what lays ahead of us, literally.
Mhm.
So I'm wondering if we want to be, if we are observed, we observe. We want to look like we believe those who might observe us toward. Just a thought. That's my only thought about disguise.
Fair.
I can be stealthy, and I can hide, and I can see in the dark.
I mean,
But-
Vinnie already lives here, so if anyone else wants disguise, I can give it to them.
I'm pretty stealthy, so I can.
Right. Okay, cool. Well, then we'll just stealth mode it and keep it like that. Okay. And Soryn is just
He
Uh,
might need a
fine.
disguise.
yeah, he has started scrying for you guys.
Mhm.
Do we need to wait while he does that?
While you
Takes-
guys are discussing, he has started to cast.
Okay, great. So good.
And let's see. Yeah, he says, "Oh, no, okay, yeah, no, there's a bunch of zombies in the chasm, yeah, and red wizards. I don't see Zaz Tam though, so that's good."
Okay. Now, if Zaz Tam does show up by any chance, Duel of the Arcane Fates stuff, are you familiar with that kind of shtick or whatever?
Oh yeah, you want me to kill him? I'll kill him.
Yeah, that's basically, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, glad we're on the same page.
About how many red wizards would you say?
He says he can see, kind of in the position he has picked to scry, he can see 6 of them.
That's a lot of red
Okay.
wizards.
It's a good thing I recruited backup. And I guess on the way, Vinnie will make sure that all of his family, or all those who volunteered to go with him, are coming with
Oh.
their various bits and bombs and baubles.
Relative to that, I mean, we need to get back in touch with Red, and then is there any word from him, perhaps? Or-
So, in the morning, you don't know how he figured out where you were staying, but standing outside the N.A. Soryn's tower are those 2 halfling thugs.
Awesome.
And they said, yeah, our services have been paid for through the weekend, so whatever you need, man.
And yeah, hi, Pa. low paw, whatever's needed to connect. I'm sure they have enough gumption to get up high.
Mhm.
I'll do it too high. That might piss them off.
Are they also wearing suspenders?
Are they Storm? I can't remember how you described them.
Yeah, I think they have little suspenders.
Okay.
And then walk
Yes!
they puff their chests out and their butts stick out. They sort of like have their sleeves rolled up. They're scowling and they wear like turtlenecks and bowler hats. They have cigars.
I'm
That's
What
what
are your
offended
names,
instead.
tiny persons?
We,
What are your names?
Phil? Dill.
Okay, I don't want to mess with Phil and Dill, guys.
I love them.
Brothers?
Yeah.
Cool.
All right, we ready to kill some people?
Great.
Yep.
I mean, are we ready to kill some people? Wink,
Former
wink.
people.
Woo!
Is that N.A. Soryn?
I was throwing Dill. Woo!
All right. I'm ready if y'all are.
Onward.
I don't know
BAAR
how
Crawl,
many.
Roll out.
Yeah.
Oh, and 4 of your associates, Vinnie, have showed up.
Awesome.
Hey.
Hey.
The Chesterfield contingent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got Tall Legs Paulie. We got Regular Charlie. We got
Regular Charlie.
we got Lady Figgins, and we got Grandma.
I don't trust Grandma.
Grandma is look. If you think Vinny's crazy, Grandma is quite the pyro. And she's like 107, so at this point she's just like ready to blow herself up or doing something crazy.
Did anyone...
How's she getting around?
Rocket powered wheelchair, I
Yeah.
assume.
The world's first electric wheelchair. It's powered by anger.
Oh,
Love you, Grandma. All right.
Okay. You guys round up your motley crew, your little army. Al kind of sticks his head out a window. Alithar kind of sticks his head out a window. He's wearing like an old-fashioned nightcap, and he's like, "Where now?" Okay.
his father doesn't answer him.
No.
I'll figure it out, I'm sure.
And it
They
takes
hear
you-
the explosions.
Oh, why is part of town on fire? And you guys head across the bridge, and you head to the part of the city where the chasm was. So the chasm has been filled in and built over, but a couple inns kind of copying the yawning portal still have apertures that you can pay a gold to go into because it leads eventually into the Underdark. So adventurers who want to prove they're tough shit can go into the chasm and hopefully come back out. But NA knows one of these guys. You guys don't have to pay, and he can lead you guys down. What would you guys like to do?
All right.
I can go in the front with stealth, dark vision.
I'm
I would
honestly
also-
considering taking off my armor at this point.
I would also like to stealth,
Okay.
and because I took the stealthy feat, I can move up to 10 feet in the open without revealing myself if I end in a position where I'm not clearly visible.
You
So,
can Batman it up, yeah.
Dodge roll.
Wow.
Yeah, dodge roll. Shatner roll. Shatner roll.
Should we do a group check or do we want an individual
Um,
check?
Individual checks, please, yeah.
Oi.
And then it'll be taken as a group. So if one of you
I'm
fails,
sorry in
it
advance.
doesn't necessarily mean you all fail.
I have 27. Rolled a
Oh
19.
boy.
Yeah, I have expertise in stuff. I rolled a 19. So
I got 5, guys.
don't worry, Vin. I got your back.
10.
I have a dirty 20.
Nice.
Oh, no. These are all wrong. Okay.
20, 27, 10, 5.
5. Let's see what. NA turns invisible.
Of course he does.
And let's see what.
Phil and Dill are short, so people aren't looking at their height.
Phil and Jill are very quiet for how big they are. And let's see how the Chesterfields do.
Tiny,
Oh
tiny.
dear.
It doesn't make much noise.
Sorry, guys. I don't think my.
Chesterfields do okay.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Grandma's a
Grandma.
little loud.
Yeah, well, hopefully, ones who get noticed are the ones that are noticed. Hidden might not be seen if we are aggressed again. So,
So,
be Granny.
you guys are moving together quietly. Storm, a couple times, kind of. Vinnie will kind of stagger and like his armor will clang, and Storm does a good job of like mimicking a sound of an animal that might have like caused a crash or something like that with that ridiculously high 27. Yeah, like some underdark monstrosity. And the your minions are doing their best to cover Grandma Chesterfield's rage driving of her. Just keeps bumping into Phil and Dill, who aren't happy about it, but they're also not going to mess with her.
I love the relate chariot. It's awesome.
And you guys get up to a kind of a cliff face where you're looking down and you can see a huge like chasm within the chasm that is like half full of undead, and you can see that being yelled at is that red wizard that you guys charmed earlier.
The one who was doing the ritual?
The one who was doing the ritual is just being dressed down by this kind of thin to the point of looking frail red wizard with kind of small gold spectacles. And you can tell he's not even yelling necessarily, but he's like one of those managers who never raises their voice, but you can tell they're furious at you.
While this is happening, Vinny's just going to sort of slide the 3 bombs up to the edge of the chasm with that, and all the undead are in there, right?
Yes.
I'm kind of just going to look at the party and then shrug and then gesture to the bombs. And then just... I don't know if there's like a wick or something I need to light.
Yes, for ones this big, there'll be a little fuse, yeah.
All right. I'd like to...
Do we want to strategically place these bombs, or are we just going to toss them in?
I can use catapult to... Actually, I think it's limited to 5 pounds, and these are probably more than 5
Catapult's
pounds.
pretty limited. It's like
I can
rocks.
throw them.
Yeah, you guys can make strength checks, and you got Phil and Dill.
All right. So we'll try to... I want the gas one in the middle, and I want the 2 explodey ones kind of sort of equidistant from each other, close-ish to the middle, if that makes sense.
Okay. But you're just going to throw them. Okay. It's...
Yeah, how heavy are they?
I mean... They're kegs,
full of
so
water.
Full of water. So I mean, they're still 20 pounds.
Okay, so I could mage hand one.
Oh.
And we could have go out my range, mage hand.
Can Mage Hand hold 20 pounds?
I thought Mage Hand could hold 5 pounds.
Oh, really? Only?
I think so, but I could be wrong about that.
I thought it was 20 points.
Let's see.
I think I did. I think I might get Tensor's floating disc.
I mean, you could. That's not exactly...
It's 10 pounds, so no.
Okay.
You
I
just
know.
cut that barrel in half and
Wow. Yeah, that'll work.
Freeze
The
the-
artificers. Do artificers get Tensor's floating disc?
Oh boy, let's see.
I know we're kind of short on time. I don't want you to have to do too much looking stuff up.
Artificer.
I mean, like, if we're all working together, we can, like,
Yeah.
maybe Mote and Nella can kind of
No,
help
they don't
people
get
aim.
it. Yeah.
So you could for sure roll one, and it'll kind of roll down the side of this cliff and kind of get the edge closest to you. To get the edge furthest away from you is going to be hard. The edge of the zombie crowd. You
I mean,
can
I'm more.
roll one, wait until the horde comes closer to you, roll another one.
That's a very good idea that the DM just gave us. Which
Another
is why I'm
idea
wary
is
of it.
me or Storm could also try and sneak our way to, like, the other side and place one.
Mm-hmm.
Pardon me, excuse me, pardon me.
I can climb along the wall.
Can you do
With
that
a
and
barrel?
carry something that heavy?
It's only
Put it
20.
in
It's
my-
20
put it in the
pounds.
Put it in a bag on my back and just carry it and get to the other side and place it and
Yeah.
into my bow back.
All right.
That sounds not like a bad idea.
So the two bombs on either side and the gas one thrown into the.
Okay. So the gas one in the middle, you're gonna roll the one down so it...
Maybe like kind of like a small toss,
Yeah.
so it's not right on the edge, but
Donkey Kong.
yeah.
And then Storm is going to carry the one to the far edge. Is that what you guys said?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So I can make athletics, and then Storm is stealth.
Storm, make a stealth check with disadvantage because you're trying to climb and carry something.
If I have it slung on my back, does that count carrying it? Like if it's attached somehow?
It's still heavier than you're normally...
Sure. Okay.
It's a little bulky. It's...
Okay.
They're undead.
Stealth with disadvantage.
And then, do we want Phil and Dill to roll the other one down?
Sure.
Or do you
So
want-
I'll lob it into the middle, and Phil and Dill can Donkey Kong it.
I have. I just rolled a 7
Okay.
and a 2. So yeah, I did roll less than a 7. So 2 plus 7 is 9.
Okay.
But I will say that I am trying to go higher, out of reach.
Okay.
Ideally, up and over. So
So...
what's the up like based on where we're standing? How high up to it?
Oh, based on the cliff, the cave wall goes up another 75 feet. Like it's a big cave.
Okay.
Oh, jeez.
All right. Well, I'm gonna make this move then. Yeah, I'm gonna go feline agility and go 40 feet right up, straight up.
Okay.
So if they notice me, I'm hopeful
You're
range.
yeah. Kind of as you're going, and you can kind of, you know that this is hard, and you're kind of scrabbling and climbing, and you feel like your foot slip, and there's kind of some rubble, and you feel a finger on your shoulder, and then you can't see your hands anymore, and you think someone has cast invisibility on you.
On me?
Yes.
Oh, awesome. Okay.
And then you see flickering next to where Storm was, N.A. Soryn flying And he kind of slowly, as quietly as he can, backs away towards you guys on the... Oh, boy. He sneezes.
I love it.
So close.
And...
I used my message cantrip to say in his ear, Gesundheit.
Thank you. Oh. God
Yeah,
damn
right.
it.
That's what closed it.
Yeah. Thank you. Oh.
They didn't hear the sneeze. They heard him say thank you, right?
And you can kind of see the zombies kind of start to kind of turn as one in that creepy, shambly, undead way. Kind of look up and see a man floating above them. And do you guys want to throw those?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So...
Mote is gonna, like, help Vinnie. Just like...
Okay.
So, athletics check with advantage, Vinnie.
Awesome. Oh, that's nice. That is nice. That is a... It's an 8... no, wait. A 19.
Okay. Cool. You... Kind of... Mote helps you get it up above your head and kind of... Almost like aims you like a catapult, and you launch it, and it kind of clatters into the middle, and Phil and Dill, like Olympic shot putters, land theirs right where they're supposed to. They rolled great. And they both go off, and a huge section of the zombies are kind of blown apart, and kind of the mist is spreading, and you can smell burning undead flesh as this cloud of death for them is just slowly emanating outward, and they're trying to run away, but they're zombies, so they're not very fast. And the red wizard who was yelling at the other one kind of turns around and he's like, "What?"
When the red wizards say that, what says that, can I beam him with a vial of acid?
How far is your range on acid?
I don't actually know. It's never come up before.
Because he's a decent distance away from you.
I have to check that 1 second.
It's 30 feet, and he is further than 30 feet away from you.
Okay. In that case, I'll kind of just whistle and start walking towards him.
Okay.
Andy,
Nonchalantly. Like...
Exactly.
since all I did was climb last
Mhm.
turn, can I have double move,
Yes.
basically?
So you can you've gotten to the floor.
And Elsie was feeling the ability, so I'd like to have gone up and
So you've
possible,
gotten...
like do an L. You know what I mean?
Okay, yeah.
Up out of range and more to center.
You've gotten to about the other edge of the zombie horde. So if you wanted to kind of toss you're in a good position to do it.
Okay, great. And how far is Scolding Wizard from me? Am I far from him?
He's about 45 feet from you.
Okay, well, if I can try and huck it in his direction.
Okay.
To sort of emulate what Vinnie's plan was.
Mhm.
What do you want?
Athletics check, please.
Can I try making a improvised ranged attack?
Yeah, if that's better for you.
It is, because I'm more dex than strengthy.
Okay.
So, if you don't mind, thank you. Okay, that is a... I guess that would be a 13, so maybe not too good.
Let's see.
I assume I don't get proficiency. So
You don't if it's improvised now.
it's just 13, yeah.
Well, that's a hit.
Oh, yay!
He's a wizard. And
He
that hits zombies.
wasn't expecting mage armor to be
No,
there at this point, right?
he's going to cast that later.
Right.
Could you just throw a bomb directly in his face?
Well, he turned to like go the other way, so you know, back of the head.
Uh,
Ooh. That's weird. No, it's just I only rolled nothing. It's fine. He took a lot of damage.
Oh, good.
The
did the
zombie,
flames
That's weird. He took a
engulf
lot of
anything
damage.
else? Or...
the zombies around him kind of burst into flames and just this gross black smoke, and he seems to take a solid amount of fire damage from this exploding barrel, and he just kind of composes himself and he says, "What?"
So I'm just going to say purring is a free action. I'm doing it. Did I spoil my invisibility when I made my attack?
You did, yes.
Okay. And is it gone or did it flicker?
It's gone.
Okay, great.
Okay. And I would say we're going to roll initiative, but we are about out of time, so I think that's a good place to stop.
Great. Awesome.
Thank you guys very much for playing D&D.
Yeah.
We'll see how the Red Wizards fare against this next time.
I'm real excited, guys.
What will be the penultimate episode of BAAR Crawl. Yeah. So, outros and plugs. Daniel.
Hi. I'm at a lot of shows. I'm in Horrible Barovia Time, which is, I think, at Horrible Barovia on Twitter. I'm in Must Be Fate, which is at Must Be Faye_T on Twitter. It's a pun, you see. I am also in Roleplaying. I actually DM that one, which is at Roleplaying D&D on Twitter. And I'm also at Lightning Fast on Twitch because I stream sometimes, and I'm Lightning Fast 11 on Twitter. That's it.
Soup.
Hi, I'm Soup, aka Soupsaka, on Twitter and Instagram. Probably won't be posting much art, but usually I do. If you want to check out my older stuff, be sure to check both of those out. I'm getting ready to move country, so I'm a little busy right now. So probably not too much artwork, but maybe some.
Hi,
Liz.
I'm Liz. You can follow me on Twitter at Liz Horn, Horun. I'm sometimes around there crying about the new doctor, but yeah.
And Timothy.
Hi, I'm Timothy. At Timothy Magic, Magick, Twitter. Timothy McCown Reynolds on Instagram. I make art, act, I write, I do all kinds of stuff. And a special shout out to Jay Rashu, plays our ankle biter sweetheart with a heart of gold goblin because he made me this beautiful piece of metal art to commemorate the passing of my mother, which is very kind. I really appreciate it. So I want to say thank you very much.
You're a good bean, Jay.
Thank you, Jay. I'm Andy Hatton, at Andy Hatton on Twitter, youtube.com/God of Roads, twitch.tv/God of Roads. I'll be here next Friday, where Homebrewed is in a bit of a pickle. I'm sure the Dark Lord's not mad. Follow my wife, Krista Prophet, on Instagram at KGProfit. She's a super talented artist, and you can buy some of her stuff. The link's in her bio. You should follow her. She's great. Okay.
She's been posting some really great stuff.
Including a bunch of fingers. It was weird. Check it out. It's great. Okay. Bye. Wait. What's all these undead doing under Neverwinter? I gotta go.
I wish Uzi was here. He could eat all of these zombies.
Oh, I don't do undead.
Okay, fair enough.